Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blueprints, day number 10. I am very excited. We have so much to do today. First things first, the allowance. Next, our daily wishing well. We have a room to go get, but I want to go check out the apple orchard first. I also want to just glance down here because we have 2 torches lit, right? Yeah. Don't know what that's all about. I'm excited to get more of those. This is cool. I love the longer term unlocks, the meta progression. I like that they're all kind of secret-ish, secret adjacent. They're like weird things outside the house. It's like, oh, here's this house with the 45 rooms, and you got to get to 46. Also, there's all these other rooms and like an underground series of catacombs and a giant gear thing. There's a lot going on. So this was 11, 28. Hell yeah. And you should just stay unlocked, right? See your thing? The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you'll start each new day with an extra 20 steps. That is pretty cool. Okay. That's very nice. So what are you? Can we interact with you at all? No. Hello. You got a third torch? Okay. I was expecting all 4 of them to be from the side room. The outdoor room. Whatever that's called. The exterior room. I was expecting them to be in, like, the root cellar and the fallout shelter and whatever else. Oh, that stopped these things. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So what... I don't know if I would consider it like an obsession or anything, but there is a... Excuse me. There's like a frog in my throat. There's like a strong motif of time. There's so many like clocks and things, and then here we just have another different form of a clock. There's got to be something time related, right? There's got to be some sort of puzzle that requires a certain time of the day, or I have to go change a clock or something. I don't know. The Gardener's Logbook from April 10th, 1992 through... No date. All right. Let's add your name to my list of people. I don't know if the times matter. Like the tenure of these people, but Robert Nagula. Groundskeeper. Who was the groundskeeper who was getting fired? I don't remember what their name was. Doesn't matter. Whoops. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes. So you're the replacement. Okay. My predecessor has kept no notes, no logbook, no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. From Robert Nagula, the groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I've been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, the entrance drive, and the east yard. Okay. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Okay. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. Ah. The terrace, the patio, the veranda, the morning room. I don't think we've seen the morning room. The greenhouse and the secret garden. Definitely haven't seen the secret garden. So that's 6. 6 of the green rooms can only be drafted on the outside. What else have we seen? We've seen the cloister. That was a green room. And that, I think, could be in the middle. The courtyard, I think it is. The one that we get into that's like a T intersection, like it goes 2 different ways. We've seen that one pretty often. I think that's the other one here. Ooh. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. There's flowers blooming in the greenhouse or in green rooms or something as like the 20th constellation, right? That's a whole thing. All right, well, we got one for the old notebook already. Add a new page. Gardening. Gardening/green rooms, and we'll just paste that picture in. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside the house are still connected and powered by a gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and the high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the garden's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Yeah. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I'd like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with a much more appropriate angel, Rinna. There's the history of Orinda, or something like that. It was like a book that we are awaiting another visit to the library to read, right? Something like that? I think so. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listened to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. I wonder if the names of the angels is going to matter, because there's 7, right? And it seems like there's a specific methodology you have to go about to access the cloister. I must have just like stumbled into that on my own. Let me let's go to miscellaneous. Oh my gosh, my throat is so scratchy today. Let's go to the miscellaneous notes. Let's do angels. Cloister currently question mark. Orinda. Rinna equals gardening. Holding the hoe. Okay. I don't know how much of that might be important or might not. It might just be background flavor stuff. I don't know. 20 extra steps every day, though. That's real good. I derped around for a while. Did you move? Not meaningfully, so I don't know what it's going to take to move the sundial, or if that's even a thing we need to do. There are so many bird baths all over the place that feels like that might be something too, but I can't even fathom what that might be. Okay. So we've gotten 3 of the 4 gas lines switched over. I wasn't really expecting that. We'll go check out our western room here. The extra steps are also going to ease the burden that's placed upon us. Like, we're burning 10 steps, more than 10 steps, just to do all of this stuff today and get back into the entrance hall. Ooh. I want to go down the shelter. I want to see what's down. Do you take me down to the catacombs? Is this how we get access to, like, the gear room or something? Ooh, I hope so. That would be very cool. What's back here? Nothing. Nope, just a little shelter. Canned veggies and soup. I like that. That's a pretty cool painting. Time lock safe. Did we just find a time-related thing? Do I have to come here on like a specific day or something? Interesting. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I'm still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. What the hell does that mean? A terminal that's disconnected from the network? The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Oh, when we went to the vault, like, I could see how many days ago that was. Radiation monitor. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Whoa, so if we use the lab and probably get it connected to the boiler room and activate that other machine. Or maybe we have to like trigger the lab experiment a certain number of times or something. I don't know. Then we could spike radiation and automatically unlock every door in the house? What? Ooh, actually, we know Swan Song. But you're going to fail to connect, right? No. Glossary of terms. There's terms we haven't even seen. Oh my gosh, there's so many terms here. Oh no. Okay. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoined if they are connected to each other via a doorway. Allowance. Set amount of gold granted at the beginning of each day. Your allowance is typically left in the entrance hall each morning. Bedroom. One of the most common types of rooms. Bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps. They're identifiable by the violet borders of their floor plans. Blessing. A blessing is a persistent benefit that lasts for several days, typically bestowed from shrine after an offering of gold has been made. That's cool. I hadn't even seen that. You may call it a day at any time. This will end the current day and reset the rooms in your estate, your inventory, and your steps. When you run out of steps, you will be forced to call it a day. Checked item. If on your estate you have drafted a coat check, you may use it to check an item. This will allow you to retrieve that item on any day that you have a coat check in your estate. Color. The color of the floor plan will usually indicate the type of room. Violet for bedrooms, orange for hallways, green for the green rooms, yellow for shops, red for red rooms, and blue for blueprints, the default type. Contraption. The workshop is a useful room in which you can experiment, trying out different combinations of inventory items in an attempt to create a new and unique contraption. Dead end. It's any room lacking a second doorway. If a room ever has additional doorways, it is not considered a dead end, even if those doorways are blocked. Dig. Occasionally you may find piles of dirt on the estate. These quote-unquote dig spots, often found in green rooms, can be dug up with the help of a shovel and may contain hidden items. Directory. The directory contains detailed information for all the rooms on the estate which you have drafted. You may access the directory by hitting that thing. Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for at least several years, or for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Interesting. Dirt. Occasionally, you're the same as the dig spots. Okay. Drafting. The action of selecting a floor plan of the three options presented to you after clicking on a door. That's known as drafting. Drafting a type. Certain rooms can affect the drafting pool and the drafting process. This type of room is fittingly known as a drafting room. They're noted on their floor plans by the compass signal. Yeah, we've seen those. Drafting studio. That's a new room that we have not encountered previously. Drafting pool. The draft pool is the total collection of currently available floor plans from which 3 are drawn at the beginning of each draft. Draw. Drawing is the initial pulling of the 3 floor plans from the draft pool at the beginning of drafting. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember that 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted. Yep. East wing. Rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. Entry. Certain rooms have an effect that is only triggered upon physically entering the room. These rooms are marked on their floor plans by an icon of an open door. Estate. The estate refers to all the explorable areas of Mount Holly, including the rooms currently drafted as well as the grounds. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms as shown on the Mount Holly blueprint. Exhaust. When your steps reach 0, you are exhausted and too tired to continue exploring. At this point, you may call it a day, or you must call it a day. Experiment. From the terminal located in the laboratory, scientists and technicians can create experimental house features by selecting a trigger and an effect. This experimental feature will last until the end of the day. Floor plan. The life of every room begins as a floor plan, a square paper sketch drawn by the architect from the pool of potential ideas, the draft pool. Gems. Valuable resource used by architects to draft special floor plans. The glossary of terms. A feature on the network that you are now perusing. A list of words and architectural jargon that is intended to make simple the terms you will encounter within the estate. Entries marked as question marks will become gradually revealed as you progress. Gold, parentheses, coins. Gold is a currency by which you can purchase goods and services from shop rooms on the estate. Green room. Floor plans have green border known as green rooms. These rooms are associated with outdoor areas and gardens and are naturally synergistic with one another. Another question mark down there. Grounds. Outdoor area of the estate immediately surrounding the house. Grounds include many areas of interest, including the campsite, the apple orchard, and the west path, all of which we've been to. Hallway. Orange floor plans, known as hallways, are rooms that often contain many doors. They provide architects the means to branch off into different paths, allowing for greater flexibility. The house. The 45 floor plan grid of Mount Holly. Only the rooms currently drafted are considered a part of the house. History. As an architect, you may wish to view the previous layouts and room configurations from days past. This useful feature can be accessed from the system menu. Inventory. The items you have collected on any given day can be viewed and inspected from the blueprint menu. Items. Both your special items, unique items in your inventory, as well as resources such as keys, gems, gold. As per the rules laid forth in your great uncle's will, objects found on the estate must be left behind whenever you call it a day. Keys, a common resource used to open up locked doors on the estate. There are also some unique special keys that can unlock special doors or rooms that only appear in specific locations in the house. Keycard door, electronic powered doors of reinforced steel that can only be accessed via keycard. They're considered security locked. These doors appear with more frequency in the higher up in rank you are in the house. Locked. As you explore the house, you'll find that some doors are locked. To continue exploring, you'll need to use a key to unlock them. Locked doors appear more often the higher in rank you are in the house. I don't know why I keep tripping over that same phrasing, but there it is. Mechanical. These rooms are often heavy in mechanics and often contain control systems that can interact with other elements of the estate. They're marked by the gear. The boiler room, lab, utility closet, etc. Network. I wonder if the name of the network matters. Probably. Maybe not. Each terminal on the estate is connected to a local network named Black Bridge. This network allows users to remotely connect to other active terminals, as well as providing access to staff services and other handy features like this glossary. Outer room. Rooms draftable only from a door located outside of the house on the grounds of Mount Holly. West path access is required before these rooms are accessible. Permanent. Most things on the estate reset from one day to the next. It is the nature of the house. However, a few things are permanent and are usually marked as such. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Power source. The estate's boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam power is conveyed room to room via ducts that run along the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain powered ducts. Rank. Each row of rooms in your house make up a rank. As you progress north, the rank increases. There are 9 ranks listed on Mount Holly's official blueprint. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can often be overheard. That's probably where room 46 is. Rarity. How often a floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. There's 4. Commonplace, normal, uncommon, and rare. They got a number of dots. Redraw. Some rooms and items allow you to throw back the first 3 options drawn from the drafting pool for a fresh set of potential rooms. This is known as drawing new floor plans. Red room. Beware the rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options but come at a dangerous cost. Yeah, they do tend to have lots of doorways. Except for the lavatory. That one just sucks. Reset. Each morning the house returns to its default position and all drafted rooms, inventory, and resources are set. Permanent changes, however, do not reset. Security locked. Electric powered doors of reinforced steel that can only be accessed via key card consider security locked. Yeah, we already know about that. Shops. Yellow borders shops that typically offer goods for a service in exchange, goods or a service in exchange for coins. We've not been in the locksmith. I need to just go in there at some point because we just have not even seen it. Special floor plan. These floor plans are slightly more rare and cost gems to draft. They often offer more unique, complex, and exciting effects. Special item. Any item that is unique and inventory bound as opposed to resource items such as keys, gems, and coins. Spread. When a spread occurs... Ooh, the locker room. Spread keys throughout the house. That's kind of cool. What was it, the pool? When we had to draft the pool in order to add the locker room and like 2 or 3 other rooms to the drafting pool. One of which might have even been the pump. We might have to do the pool in order to get the pump. Okay. When a spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active on the estate. The more rooms are in your house, the larger the spread. Stars. There are several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. The easiest method, of course, is drafting observatories. Each additional star creates new formations of constellations, which in turn provide beneficial effects. Terminal. Mount Holly is equipped with several state-of-the-art computer terminal stations that control various systems on the estate electronically. Each terminal is also connected to a central local network. Tomorrow. Rooms that provide benefits in the future belong to a special category of floor plans. Tomorrow rooms. They're marked with a clock symbol. Sauna. Tomorrow you start the day with 10 more steps, something like that. It's hard to read. Mailroom, we know you get the package. Coat check, you can check something and pull it out tomorrow. Okay. Trunk. A small wooden chest often found in rooms always locked and usually containing a few items of interest. Underground. Resting far beneath the estate's foundations are a series of covert chambers and caverns, their existence known only to a few select individuals within the household. Huh. Upgrade. There are a number of data disks that can be found on the estate that contain potential room upgrades that were planned but never executed by the Baron. West Path. A charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs alongside the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. Not anymore, I opened that. The west wing of rooms, the 9 rooms that border the very left edge of the house. Okay. And the west wing is his wife's, right? The late Lady Epson. I think that's what her name was. Interesting. Okay. I don't know that I learned anything new in there, but good to know that we can go through all that. Electronic mail? The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Okay. Staff services. Punch in or out, staff announcement, requests a schedule change, special orders. Let's just go down the list. Electronic time card. The service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff have been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more details. Staff announcement. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to the network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you from your friends in faithful service. They left a message for me in the bulletin board. That's kind of cool. Request a schedule change. There's no staff. Special orders. If you'd like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Special orders can take 1 to 3 days. We can request a specific item that shows up in the commissary at some unknown day in the future. Interesting. I would love to get the magnifying glass and go read the stuff in the mailroom. I don't know if we have any other rooms where I want to use the magnifying glass. I know we only got a few yesterday. The shovel also would just be real nice to have. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do the magnifying glass. Estimated to take 1 to 2 days. Sure. This is an interesting little feature. I like that. Data transfers. Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. What the hell does that mean? Hey, dude. What's going on, kitty cat? Nobody knows. Was there anything else I wanted to do there? I backed all the way out, just kind of without thinking. Time lock safe. Oh, okay. So, House history. When, let's go all the way up to, that's today. Oh man, I wish we had access to like a clock in the game right now. This is like, I almost want to like rewind the recording and go see if I can figure out what, like, did we look at a clock in the starting room? I don't think so. There was the sundial, but I don't think that was useful. Is there a clock on the front of the building? Maybe we just come back and deal with the time lock safe later. But the vault, it said it was Friday the 13th, 14th, 15th. So today's the 16th. So let's do, let me just run back to this again, because what day was this? Day 7. Adding this to my notes. Day number 7. Friday, November 13. I think there was a year also. We probably need to know the year. Is it 1993? So that was according to the vault. So day number 10. So today would be 8, 9, 10. So 13, 14, 15, 16. So I believe okay, we don't need a year, we just need to know the date. And I believe we do. I wonder if we could just YOLO it and just say like if I say 9 a.m. and it currently is 9 a.m. or it's currently like 8:30 or something, like, will it give me an error? November 16th, 7 a.m. Can I could set a new unlock time. Okay. Okay, so we could maybe go figure out what day and time it is today. I wonder if it like a real hour has to pass, or if if time. I mean, I can't imagine that the minutes are like 1-to-1. Let's go take a look. There's a clock on the front of the house, right? I'm willing to burn a few steps on this. The kicker is we'll have a 4-hour window in which we have to like make it back. It's 12:30. Yeah, time's moving pretty swiftly. So 12:30, so let's say 2. Let's say 2 p.m. Let's go 2 p.m. Let's try today at 2 p.m. We'll just kind of derp around in the first couple of rooms. I'm willing to just burn some of our footsteps on this. We'll see if this is even correct. For all I know, the days aren't 1-to-1, but it feels like they should be. So let's go 2 p.m. November 16th, 2 p.m. So in theory, I mean, we could also just like AFK, right? I could just like pause the recording and we can come back and not have to burn the extra steps, but where's the fun in that? I'm not here to like min-max and optimize things. I'm here to record a YouTube video. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the time. Easy enough. There's a billion clocks in this frickin' place. Yeah. Oh, right, we got the bedroom closet. I forgot about you. So we'll come in here. Ooh, do we have... Let's focus on, like, art stuff. So we have the letter A for this room. There is just a letter A. So this just tells us the corresponding letter for where we are in the grid. Got it. Very interesting. Very good to know. There are occasionally, like, keys and coins scattered about, but we usually have the metal detector when that happens. Yeah, so pray and pry. Okay. We don't have a letter in this corner over here, so... +1 key for each bedroom in your house. Well, we don't have any bedrooms. That would be cool, though, because we just haven't even seen the servants' quarters yet. Ooh. Oh. Dessert and desert. So it's an S. Okay. Because I was like, flan and sand. They're similar, but not. So let's also... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Here's what we're gonna do. This is a lot. I'll probably have to come back and deal with this like later, when we can like figure out what the actual room numbers are here. But so let's do Nook has a white rook. I mentioned that I wanted to start keeping track of those, and so let's just start doing that as we go. I mean, the coat check would be great. We don't really have anything to check. Let's just get some extra steps. Hey, look at that. We have something we can check in the coat check that we don't have. Compass is great, though. So this is the guest bedroom. Do you have a... Yeah, guest bedroom has a white pawn. There might be something significant to, like, what are all the rooms that have rooks? Or which ones have the black chess pieces? Or I don't even know. I don't even know. Workshop does not seem to have anything like that, though. You do not appear to have any chess pieces. Unless it's, like, really hidden somewhere or something, but I don't think so. It's just a little after 1. That's fine. All right, so let's make a note of that. Workshop. No. Chess piece. Let's see where you go. I mean, like, the locksmith isn't terrible. I don't have any gems. I don't really have a use for you yet. I mean, we could do the lab. I don't have gems. I still don't have gems. I hate burning our corridor here. Let's do our corridor, though. Just want to keep going. You also don't seem to have a chess piece. Oh, I need to be paying attention to these things, right? Corridor right here, we have the letter E. Yeah, pin and pine. Okay. Okay. So it does seem to be... The letters seem to be, like, permanent, right? It's always the same letters. Good to know. I like the pantry. The bedroom's not bad, either. I'll do the pantry for now. me some more stuff. We don't have this corner. Deer? Oh. Tag. Stag with an S. Hell yeah. I was thinking like elk? No. Deer? Doe? What could this be? A 10? A price? A cost? A tag? I'm enjoying the art puzzle. It's been fun to try to puzzle out. We have no gems. I should probably zoop back over to the den. I also maybe wouldn't mind making this a dead end coming out of here. So like a utility closet or something would be okay. Okay, car and cart. So this is the letter T, which we didn't have. And that matches, so 8. So like across, so that we have this full like row here in theory. Oh, I didn't look at the guest bedroom. So there's the art that has the grid and has the letter E in this room. I didn't look to confirm that that's the case, but we have E-I-G-H-T. And then we have S-A unknown E-S. Safes? I don't know what else it could be. I have no idea. Veranda would have been nice. Bedroom is not terrible just because it keeps us going. Storeroom would be good just to get some stuff, though. Let's get some stuff. We don't have the letters for this one either. Oh, I'm not even looking for chess pieces. Something that I started to do and immediately stopped. Okay. Storeroom. White. Pawn. Pea pod. And a mountain? I have no clue. Mountain? Mount Holly. Peas. I mean, I wrote down the two things so we can puzzle over that later, but maybe I'll have a eureka moment at some point. I don't know. Do we have a chess piece here? I don't think so. What room is this? Pantry. So I don't think the spare room has any chests. Let's move the no chests to like their own section here. So the storeroom, the pantry does not appear to have any chests. I don't think the corridor had anything. Okay, let's continue exploring, shall we? There's so much stuff. It's so hard to know what is relevant and what isn't. Okay, you're about to hit 2. We could meander back over to the shelter and see if that opened the safe. I also want to have a closer look at this room to see if you have any chess pieces in here. I'm not expecting you to, but Who the hell knows? I don't know what to make of these cards either. Oh my gosh. This is a face card, and this is an ace. Face and ace. It's the letter F. It is safes. So 8 safes. We have seen the boudoir safe. I guess we've seen the time lock safe now. There's the safe in the office. That's 3. Does each safe have one of the red letters? I don't know why we need the red letters. I don't really know what we're doing. I know we got to find the 3 specific lever rooms. Yo, look at that. I can't grab whatever that is, but we got a red letter. Okay. Lever locations, people. Hell yeah. Oh, this is very cool. So, VII. So, that's number 7. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. That's pretty harsh for an opening. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement with those events 6 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance, in quotes, in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. What the hell does any of this mean? If the Blackwater insurgents were in some fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe the scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved from Courtney. So I think Mary is our mother? Question mark? What the hell is any of this? Okay, we have found a single red letter. I don't know why that matters. Other than the fortune teller told me to. I was not expecting, like, broad geopolitical intrigue. a stolen crown, insurgents, the 8 rubies of the stolen crown. I am highly perplexed. Bride and Bridge, we already have this room. This is a G. Let's see. Oh, there's a trunk. The chapel's a little spicy. The drawing room's a little expensive. I was hoping for something that would cut over to the left, but we just didn't get that. Okay, let's take the drawing room, and then I'm okay if we have the option to make this like a dead end. Yeah, okay, so like the closet's fine, I think. You're not adjoined to a bedroom, but we still get 1 reroll. I like that. And another gem. And we're still in the second room. We have this whole rank figured out already. Do we burn a key here? Yeah. I mean, 2 more rerolls and a bunch of money. That seems pretty good to me. It's like a measure of like their strides. I'm not looking for chess pieces. I'm so bad at this thing. This thing that I said I was going to do. What is this, drawing room? White pawn. I should just make like a white pawn category and list all the rooms here. I wanna list them by like number. I don't know that I can glean any like letter differences from any of these. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Road and rod. Yeah. I like that. Okay, so again, something that cuts off to the left would be great. It'd be better if it didn't cost us money to use. The parlor's fine. The hallway is also fine. The hallway gives us a lot more options, for sure. Parlor would give us more gems. That's okay. Okay, and then let's see where you go. Parlor. The kitchen would maybe not be bad, just because I'm a little low on steps. Is that worth a gem, though? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take that trade. Anything of interest before we buy our food? Doesn't seem like it. Clock and lock. I think we already have this. Yeah, so we have the letter A, the letter C. I don't know how to interpret whatever we were seeing in the storeroom there. Wood-fired pizza only in the dining room. If we get a furnace, we get 10 extra steps. +5 for every green room. Yeah, I mean, I'll just take the club sandwich. That seems real good. The hallway. Yes, let's do this. So something that cuts off to the east wing would be fine, but not necessary. These kind of are unfortunate. I will redraw. I don't have to worry about the chapel because when we draw it, we have the shelter protecting us. I frickin' forgot about that. Gosh, darn it. All right, well, we'll do security. I'm still okay with security. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep pushing on from here. That is unfortunate. I have the letter S for... No, I don't have a letter for this one. I was looking at the wrong room. Haha. Match in a tree. Flame? Fire? Fire in a fir tree? So this could be an E? I'm going to say this is an E. I'll put a question mark there because I'm not positive. But that seems reasonable. Alright, so we now get to do this nonsense. State inventory. We haven't missed anything yet. That's good. Log into network. Swan song. I'm assuming it's just going to be all the exact same stuff. Yeah. Can we do a data transfer here, though? No. I don't know what that even means. Email has to be from the office. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using remote terminal access. What can we activate? Only the ones that we've drafted. So we could access the shelter's terminal, which I guess would let us interact with the time lock safe. We could like set that from here. That's cool. Okay. Cool feature. So we could access one of those other rooms if we wanted to access the terminal, but didn't want to walk all the way to that room if we had already drafted the room and it was elsewhere in here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for us to do there. Oh, let's do keycard stuff for now. So at an absolute minimum, I want you to be set to unlocked. We don't have access to the utility closet yet. We don't have access to the key card currently. So let's set you to low. It is what it is. So something that goes straight will get us to the foundation. That doesn't really do anything for us unless we get the basement key. I mean, other than like it is just a free room, right? That has 2 connections off of it. Like that's kind of nice. Courtyard costs a gem, but it gives us 2 gems. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. This was locked. We didn't check the hallway yet. Sure, I'll use a key. The passageway's a little spicy. We could also reroll. I'm going to take the chapel. I believe you to be negated by the shelter. You are. That's cool. Are there any things in here? No. Again, every time I like see an obvious chess piece, I'm like, oh yeah, I should be writing these down. Chapel's White Rook. I know the Rumpus Room had the black bishop. This is a white bishop. Not a rook, like I said. I said rook and I started writing the word pawn, and I was like, it's not any of those things. My brain is melting. So we can connect off the foundation. We can go back down to the hallway. I kind of do want to go down to the hallway. Let's just go see what's over here. I'm also bad at like remembering to look at the art stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have this where the chapel is currently. We don't have art for that room, and there's no art in the chapel. Your, I think, stage and sage. Ooh, we're out of keys. I don't really like that. Parlor gets us gems. Sure. We don't have a letter for this room. So the parlor has a black pawn. Okay. The black chess pieces seem very uncommon. We have not run into a lot of those, at least not that I have internalized. Coat and cot, so it's the letter A. Now the puzzle. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. So if that's true, then you have the gems. But we don't know if that's true. Gems are in both the blue box and the black box. So you're false. You have to be. You could still be true or false. Gems are in both the black box and the white box. You have to be false. Only one of you has gems. So false, false, you have to be true. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box, so you have the gems. You're true and you also have the gems. What are the odds? The pool adds the locker room, the sauna, and the pump room to today's draft pool. I would love to do the pump room. Ooh, that also just puts us in a frickin' corner. All of these do. Oh, I wish I could rotate you. Oh, I wish we could come in from that side. I think the pump... Let me check my notes here. I think the pump room has to have steam. I think it has to connect to the boiler. Yeah, things to connect to the boiler room. Laboratory and laundry, those we've seen that we need to connect. But apparently, according to the architecture book that we checked out from the library, the garage, the furnace, and the pump room also connect. Oh, I like this because we haven't seen the pool yet. Pool rules. Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting little note there that we might permanently add something to the drafted pool. That's an interesting unlock. Tie. What else could you be? I don't know what the hell this thing even is. Oh, you're the net. Can I take you? I cannot. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we have seen the pool for the first time, so that's exciting. What are you? I don't know what that is. Okay, where are we here on the map? So we have the letter here. It's the letter A. So whatever the letter difference is between the tie and this thing is the letter A. So how do we get the letter A in whatever you're called? Necktie? Not? No, never mind. We don't have a letter for this. I was looking at the wrong frickin' square. Gosh darn it. I don't know what the hell that thing even is. I don't know what you are. I don't know what to call you. You have a weird base. Look, a little ring at the top. You have these discs. I don't know what you are. I don't know what to call you. We'll move on. Okay, so this could be a dead end. That'd be great. Pump room is... It doesn't cost anything, which is interesting. I would love to get... What would I love to get here? Like the utility room or something would be nice. Something that is actually like a dead end. Yeah, utility closet's fine. Spread keys throughout the house? That might be good. We're trading a gem for a bunch of keys. And it's a room we haven't seen before. I'll do that. The lockers are locked. Of course they are. That's why we need the keys. Oh my gosh. There's so many locked lockers. Stairs and stars, the letter I, we already know that. Okay, well, we have been in this room at least. You do have the ducts. That's good to know. You know what? I want to make a list of, so in like our boiler room sort of section here, rooms with ducts. Locker room. Security room has them. I will just, as I notice those, hopefully I will A, notice those, and B, then remember to write those down. I didn't see any chess pieces in there. In either of those. Pool. Locker room. No chess pieces. Alright, so chapel and the foundation are kind of our only two active leads to pursue. Before I go anywhere, keys have been spread. I should have looked around in there a little more. Gosh darn it. I don't know if they're going to have been spread, like, only on obvious things, like up on the altar or something, on the pews, or if they're going to be, like, you know, hidden-ish. Oh, security. Oh, but we need the key card or the utility closet, which I elected not to take. Right. Okay, let's see what we can do in the chapel. I just need to be careful looking for keys. Because we've apparently spread keys throughout the house. That is unfortunate. I was afraid that was going to happen. Keys? Any keys? Do we have any keys? Do we backtrack and look for keys because we don't have any, or do we just go see if there's anything we can do in the foundation for now? We might just be able to draft from the foundation. It might not be locked. Nice. I like having the dark room. That gives us some more options. That's very good. Not seeing any keys. Kinda wish I had the metal detector. I don't want to spend my redraw. Ew. I don't like this. 2 bedrooms does nothing for us. The regular bedroom just leads to the same room we can already access through the dark room. Could matter if that door is locked. Passageway spends all the rest of our resources. What am I hoping for? I'm hoping that we can get the pump room and the boiler room and have them be next to each other. And the rerolls would be great for that. Sure. I'm going to reroll here. The lab would also be nice to have all that stuff. The billiard room goes off to the side. That gets us keys. It does kind of keep us going. The lab could maybe give us an experiment that could be useful. Let's save our gems and let's get some keys. That seems like a prudent course of action to me. Flan and fan. We already have that. So this is currently... I'm going to mark the foundation on my my grid here where I'm tracking the letters, because otherwise it's just blank, and I look at it every time and go, oh, how come we haven't figured that one out yet? Still the foundation. Alright. 17. 4 divided by 2. 12 plus 15. That is 27. Divided by 3 is 9. 12 plus 4 is 16. Minus 5 is 11. 11 times 2 divided by 11 would just be 2. Yo, what is this? Fancy key. The silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. What the hell does that mean? What? I mean, maybe I want to use it over here by the dark room or something? I don't even know if that's locked. I don't even know if I would have the option to do that. Also, do we have a chess piece in here? I don't think we do. Okay, billiards. Billiards room, the foundation. They don't have any chess pieces. I didn't look in the courtyard. I don't think it had any chess pieces, but I don't know. Ooh, the dark room also has vents. Or ducts. That's cool. I have literally never noticed that before about this place. A free gem. Won't say no to that. I'd love to go back and get some keys. Oh. I guess we check and see if we can go anywhere from the billiard room. We can. Okay, dining room. If we can go north from the dining room, then we can just eat a meal in the dining room. That would be great. Pain and Plain. I feel like we've seen that before. Yeah, we've seen that before. I do have you on my list. Dining room probably does not have any chess pieces, but we'll look. It does have a chess piece. Dining room has a white pawn. I'm just gonna make a white pawns section. Just so I don't have to keep writing the words white pawn over and over and over again. Okay. Formatting my notes a little bit to make them a little more readable. Okay. So if we can go north... Are you locked? You are locked. I mean, maybe we use our special key. I kind of want to pop down and see if we can use that, like, in the basement, too. 17 steps. So if we could get... If we could get a key, we could open this room. That would let us eat. We could get 20 steps. Just easy peasy, just like that. I'm assuming that the silver key is a one-use thing. Okay, you know what? Let's just use the silver key here. Because I don't know. What do? You guarantee a room that just has lots of ins and outs. That's super cool. Gymnasium tends to have like an item in it the couple times we've been in there. And we wouldn't have to worry about the negative effect. However, we're only protected from one more negative red room, and maybe like the furnace or something would be something to go for. So let's do this. Dinner will be served. We're all the way up here. We do not have art for this room. Tea. Is this a plant? And this is a plan? In which case it would be the letter T? I like that. That feels clever. That's a good one. I do also want to point out real quick, just an observation. This sort of like swooping in and down and then swooping back up on the other side like a funnel or something. We have seen that pattern, that design, freaking all over this mansion. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what to make of it. Okay, you're locked. You're obviously locked. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing any, like, hidden keys or money or anything like that flopping around on the ground. Let's just eat our dinner. Do we think we're going to get the furnace? Probably not. This will let me... And we did use our key. Okay, that's what I was assuming would happen. Let's just get our 20 steps. Now we can backtrack and look for keys. Because they were placed, so they're going to be like basically below like the courtyard and the chapel. The conference room also had no chess piece. Okay. Keys, keys, keys. Who knew that keys would be such a precious resource? I'm wondering if we could have used the silver key downstairs, but probably not. That probably needs like a specific basement key. Yeah. Okay, there's one. You're something. You're a key card door, which is unfortunate, but there's not really anything I can do about that. I believe we have... So this whole column all the way up through the billiard room we have taken care of for the art, the letters. We don't have these three up here. Don't have any of this up here. And then we don't have any of this here because for whatever reason I keep not ending up on the far west side. I don't know why. I'm not like doing that on purpose. That's just the way it keeps shaking out. I would love to get one or two more keys. I don't want to backtrack too terribly far, though. Foundation and the chapel, where those are currently, we don't have letters for those. The foundation one's fairly obvious. I think I just either keep missing this one or... Well, I mean, we only learned about this last time, so... The chapel's just kind of unfortunate. Unfortunately placed. So, I'm assuming we have 1, 2, 3, 4 locked rooms. So if we could just get a couple more keys, that'd be great. How many keys are floating around out there, actually? 3. That's how many locked doors I think we have still. And there's no money or anything. Let's just go back a couple more rooms and see if we can just get like 1 or 2 more keys. I believe when they're spread, they're just put on like tables or counters or something. I don't know for sure. Also, have I looked for a chess piece in here? I have not. We could buy a banana, which is 3 steps. It's not nothing. I'm not going to worry about it right now, though. So we could go, like, drawing room and then up to the chapel, courtyard, foundation, dark room. So, like, we can get back up there from here with the same number of steps. So, no reason not to check here. I do wish we had the metal detector. Oh, okay. We're just gonna keep backtracking just a little bit further. So we have to replace the locker room. Could be, I don't think I checked like the parlor super thoroughly. There's a key. Oh, thank goodness. Is there a chess piece in this room? Yes, white pawn. Do I have that? The den? Nope, sure don't. Okay. I don't know that the entrance hall would have anything. We'd have to go back to the entrance hall and maybe go check like the guest bedroom, the storeroom, the spare bedroom, the pantry. What would that do to my steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I mean, so we don't have enough steps to go get additional keys and to make it to like all these rooms. So this is enough. I declare the backtracking episode to have run its course. Chapel Courtyard Foundation. You're a keycard door. I think one of the conference room doors was a keycard door also. I guess we'll try going north from the dark room. Because you were just regular locked, right? Yeah. Okay. Also, I guess I neglected, I didn't factor that in. We have 5 possible doors we could go through, but 3 of them are locked by the keycard, which we don't have. Boiler room could very well be the thing that we need and want. Can you imagine if we could actually... I'm gonna have to solve the frickin' puzzle to get out that side, huh? I think we go for it. If we could get the pump room on the other side, that would be an incredible stroke of luck. If we could get the laboratory, that would also be great. We gotta get over there and figure out how to open that thing up. So time for some boiler room puzzles. You're still active from last time. Probably. Yes, there's steam running through you as well. You're also active from last time. Haha, okay. Okay. You're also open from last time. Oh, was that it? Did that open the door? Hang on. Yes. But how do I get to you? I would need this to use the elevator. But that shuts you down. What extends you? But you're turned off currently. Ah. So what did this power? The door. And whatever the red thing is. I don't know what the red thing is. Are you the other side of the door? I don't know what this red box goes to. Okay, I have no way of turning you on. So we have to use the elevator, is what I'm learning. Which means this is just literally not doing anything. It's what I get for leaving this in like a half-completed state, I guess. We could point you back... Oh, I could just point you to this door. We will have to solve the puzzle to get actual steam out of here. But that only matters if this is a room that can either carry steam or is a destination. Like, whew, all right. Fingers crossed. The lab would be fine. The pump room would be amazing. Oh, lose half your steps. While drafting, you'll no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans, but we can ignore you. The weight room. I don't know if any of you carry ducts. The archives would be amazing because of all the different options, but only if we can like actually get steam to you. This is why I wish I still had that reroll. None of these feel like the sort of room that would have a duct going through them. But also, like, I genuinely don't know. I think I'm inclined to go for the archives just because we have not seen that, and that seems like a very powerful and interesting room right now. Ugh. I mean, the weight room might have it, right? Because that's a part of the. I think that came with the pool and like the locker room and stuff. I think it was part of that bundle. Can I read what that says? No, not right now. Maybe we take the weight room and hope that this has ducts in the top. I'm going to lean towards the weight room because The locker room did have ducts, and that was added to the pool when we did this. I think the weight room is also added to the pool. And we have the shelter, so this will not eat up half of our steps. You do! Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a sense of relief. We have... We have the letter M for this room. But how the hell do we get an M from you? Oh, time and tie. Oh. Never mind. I remember that. Okay. Oh, and there's the broken lever. That's interesting. I shouldn't have stepped in here, because now I want to solve the boiler room puzzle. I don't know how to solve the boiler room puzzle, I'm now realizing. Okay, you're temporarily inaccessible, but we can work around that. So there used to be a way to get power here. To this box. There still is. It's like that. Okay, that'll get me up there. Which I don't necessarily need, other than that we don't have the elevator currently. So this is like maybe the final step, because we can come up here. We can flip you. We can activate everything. But we have all of them? We have 2 of them. And we want to send it out this way, right? You have steam. So this is the one that needs steam here. Which is just that. Is that it? Did I solve it? We'll have to figure out how, like, I gotta excuse me, I gotta open that door. Hell yeah. I like this a lot. Okay. But now we actually gotta open that door. It does not seem as though this is turning off, so we just needed to solve that first. Okay, I'm learning how all of this like actually works. I need like this, right? No, because you need to be powered. How the hell did we have this before? So that's you. How do we open the door? I had it open before. Oh. It's this one. This one opens the door. Oh my gosh. All of this, and we're probably still not, like, gonna actually get a room that we care about. Also, I'm out of freaking keys again. Please don't be locked. Okay, but they all are lit up, so any of these should work in theory. So, like, the laboratory. Oh my gosh. The pump room! We did it! Yes. You're locked. Of course you are. You're also locked. Oh my gosh. And you have more ducts, so you keep going. Holy cow, we made it to the pump room. Okay, so you're a tank. We know roughly how this works from the book. Reserve tank. Pump control panel. Pumps 1, pump 2, and pump 3. There's the reserve tank. There's tank 1, which is 4 units. Tank 2, which is 4 units. Tank 1 to 2 switch. So tank 1, tank 2, reserves. Got it. So there's the switch between you two. Yeah, so we can... So it's going to be the math, fill the room, fill the water to the exact amount game. So what the hell do we want? I think we want to drain the pool? We want to lower the reservoir for sure. We've never even seen the aquarium, so I'm not going to mess with you. The fountain? Do we want to drain the reservoir completely? That I don't know. Maybe. What happens if we pump water into the kitchen? What does that even do? So we have 2 units there. We have 2 units there. We have 1 unit in reserve. So can we... Okay, and the reservoir obviously has the most. So if we're going to lower the reservoir, we can store 1, 2, 3, 4... plus 5, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 total. So how many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if we're going to drain the reservoir, we're basically going to fill up almost everything else. I feel like water in the greenhouse is pretty good. So let's do... One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to fill the greenhouse. Nope, we're filling this. Right. And then we want to switch to this one. And we want to do the same thing. No. Aha. So tank 2 only connects to 4. So what's 4? The kitchen. And you can only fill or drain tank 1. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be working on this puzzle forever. What do I want to do? What am I trying to do? Let me just kind of clarify that. I would like to fill the greenhouse completely. I'd like to fill the kitchen completely. I kind of want to drain the pool. I think we're gonna leave the aquarium and maybe the fountain alone. I want to drain the reservoir. Some, maybe all. I don't know the answer to. Is like, am I trying to drain it completely, or just a bit? And so the way this is set up, pump 3 literally only connects tank 2 to output 4, which is the kitchen. Which is good. We would like to do that. But that's not enough. We need a little bit more in there. So pump 2 can pull from either tank 1 or tank 2, or it can push water into them. Oh, tank 1 connects to 6 through pump 4. Hang on. What is 6? The pool. We can drain from the pool. Okay, hang on. Let's drain from the pool into pump 1. Yeah. Okay. You shouldn't matter. Why are you not draining from the pool? This is from the down is send water into the thing. The up is pull it out of the thing into here. Got it. So this should fill you up to 4. Or did I just fill you up 5? I think I just took 4. Yes, you're full to 4 on this side. Okay. Okay. So then we can pump that from 1 into the greenhouse. Got it. Okay. Now, the only way to get stuff into the kitchen is going to be from pump 2. That is the only way. So, how do we get stuff into pump 2? Or into tank 2? So this is the kitchen, we ignore that. So, to get it into tank 2, it has to come from either 1 or 2. Well, 2 we would like to drain as much as we can. So, 2, let's drain you. And you're going into tank 2. So that's fine. Send it into tank 2. I have figured out how this works. I'm just... It is unclear to me, like, what my goals are currently. I feel like I want to lower the reservoir water level a little bit, and we could still maybe use the boat to get across. I feel like if we lower it too much, then we just have no way of crossing it. But I don't actually know if that's true. Okay. Turn you to neutral. So 2 is good. So I would love to connect to the kitchen and fill you. I don't know, maybe we do just want to completely drain the reservoir? I'm not sure. So we're gonna see what we can do from the reservoir. So that's 2, which goes in here. So we can. Man, do we just drain it completely? Maybe we do. It didn't look like there was anything in the pool. Let's drain it completely. Let's drain it completely and see how that turns out. We'll just try draining it completely and see how that goes. So this is gonna fill up 2. And then all we can do is send it to the kitchen, which is full, or send it from 2 out to the reservoir again, which we don't want to do, or the fountain, which is also already full. So you're just holding the excess water at this point, which is fine. We can also use this to fill up 1. And from 1, we can actually send you, into the pool. Which is going to take a couple of steps here. So, out of 1, into the pool. And we're, in fact, going to fill tank 1 with the 1 more. So that we can send that to the pool. Because now we can drain the rest of the reservoir into 1, and then from 1 into the reserve tank, and keep going. And that should be more than enough. And you're going to you're going to drain tank 1 into the reserve. And then we'll do that again. I mean, I don't know. We'll fill you up completely just because that is satisfying to me. Okay. Okay. So we have officially completely drained the reservoir. I'm assuming that these changes we have made will persist. Because otherwise, this is a huge pain in the ass. We can actually make it back to the kitchen. We have 17 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. We have no keys. Were you locked? Did I try opening this door? You are locked. What a surprise. So we're effectively done. We're effectively finished for the day. I don't think there's anything else we could do. Both of the doors in the weight room were also locked. We could buy a banana in the kitchen for 3 extra steps, but that's going to cost us 7 steps to get there. 7 steps back. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I mean, we could... If there's a key just in like either the corridor or the workshop and we just get lucky and stumble across it, then... Or like if I missed one along the way. The dining room was also locked. The conference room was double locked because there was a keycard door and then like a regular locked door. Yeah. Okay. So the... What room is this? The pump room has no chess piece. We're gonna go back to this nonsense. Pump. Has no chess pieces. The weight room did not appear to have any chess pieces. The boiler room did not have any chess pieces. They also didn't seem to have any art. I do like that we have shelter down there in the corner when we're in a red room that we are protected from. That's cool. Boiler room. Dark room was also locked, wasn't it? And you know what? I'm pretty happy that we learned like how to solve the boiler room puzzle, and that doesn't... We don't have to like solve it and also still have a way in and out. Dark room doesn't have a chess piece, right? Did I write that one down? I don't think I did. Let's write it down. Dark room. Oh, and the locker room. Room with dots. The wait room. I'm glad that I took that gamble and that it worked out. Okay, and your security door, which we can't get through. And changing the water level doesn't do anything for us here because we don't have... I'm going to spend a couple steps going down here. We don't have the key, right? We have to get to the other side of that door. There was nothing else like in this room, right? That's right. There's an upgrade! Hold the phone! Is that the same one from last time that I neglected to do anything with? 13, so it'd be 12, 11, 10. That's so easy. That's very close. Okay. And then you have paintings. Stage and stag. Is that for the foundation? So is this an E? Oh, and we maybe need the card key to call it. Yeah, okay. Okay, weird. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about this little antechamber. I remember the door, but I didn't remember what it was connected to. Okay. That's fine. I'm glad I came down here, though, for an upgrade. That's very good. Redemption. This is such a long video. I spent so long trying to solve some of these stinking puzzles. Dark room. Oh, we want to go down. Yeah. We want to go this way. I mean, security room just lets us use the upgrades, so let's do that before I do anything stupid. Floor plan upgrade program. The boudoir. Okay. What upgrades do we get? Always has a gem. Always has 2 rerolls. Always has 3 apples. Ooh. These are all really good. I'm going to go for the 2 rerolls because having any sort of room that guarantees rerolls is incredible. That's very, very powerful. I like that a lot. Why is that it? Is that all we accomplished? We can turn the sink on and off now? Will the change not be reflected until the next time we come here, or is that it? That might just be it. I don't know what to think. I'll buy a banana. The extra couple of steps might matter. Who knows? I don't think they will. I think we're kind of done. Oh, the kitty cat came and ate its food. I like that. I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, none of these are going to combine in the workshop. Do we have any rooms available that I have not got the letters for? No, not really. This whole column, basically, I need. Yeah, so it's just like, do we get lucky and find one of the 2 remaining keys, and then can we get back to somewhere where we can spend those? Or do we go wander around outside? The nook in the guest bedroom. Yeah, let's go to the nook in the guest bedroom. What? What does that do? You're more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting, automatically collect coins and keys when you enter a room. That's very cool. That's super cool. I like that a lot. Desert and dessert. Yeah, so this one's just the letter E. So this is plan, like floor plans, and this is plane, like an airplane. So it's the letter E. So that is correct. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. 7 steps. I can't imagine that we've, like, affected any meaningful change anywhere else. I mean, we could go wander around the grounds and see if any of those doors have magically opened because there's no more water in the reservoir, but I'm expecting that we would have to open them from the inside, like from the catacombs again. So we probably have to get the catacombs, wander around, find the reservoir, go down those stairs that were flooded before, and hit a button or something to open up the door. And maybe we need the card key again or something. I don't know. I think we're basically done. I mean, okay. We can just wander over and take a look. It is nighttime. That's cool. Oh. There's the door that's boarded up down there. That's the only one I can think of down that way. Yeah, you're still closed. The other one's still going to be closed, but at least we can go check. Yeah, you're definitely still closed. Alright, well. It is what it is. You know what? We got a lot done today. We got a lot done. Mostly I had to fumble through a bunch of puzzles. I started a new round of notes for, like, the chess pieces. I'm going to have to, like, organize that, but you don't have to suffer through me doing that anymore. The prosaic villa. 99 steps taken is pretty good. 5 new rooms. The shelter was very potent, actually. I'm a huge fan of that. I was like, negate the effects of the red rooms. Like, you can just kind of, like, do that. Not the weight room. Not the chapel. That was very powerful. I like that one. Yeah, so tomorrow we have additional steps, and then if we get the chance to go back downstairs in the tomb, I think I'm going to take that. I still want to get the other rooms, right? I want to get the root cellar. What else have we seen? I feel like there's something else. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but yeah, we got some stuff to work towards. I'm gonna get down to the reservoir. That's kind of like my number one. Otherwise, like, yeah, if we could find a way to actually explore the West Wing for once, that'd be great. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, everyone. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.